Hello again, and first of all I'd say thank you all very much for your massive reaction to the first effort that we made at this, and please keep on talking to us, and please keep let us know what you'd like to hear, or if you have any questions. I'll always be delighted to ask them. I will talk about books till the cows come home. Speaking of which, by the way, I have a few here, and let's gaggle this time. Jennifer Johnston. She has to be probably one of the greatest writers working in Ireland today, and also one of the greatest women writers working in the world. This is her novel here. It's called Truth or Fiction. It has raised a certain amount of hackles because it's purported to be related to her own father and her own relationship with her own father and his life, particularly towards the end of it. Be that as it may, it still is wonderful writing, done in the usual style. I've always called Jennifer Johnston the mistress of the two-letter or two-word sentence, and she certainly does that here. Economic, wonderful writing coming from a marvellous writer. Well worth looking at. Truth or Fiction. We move from there to what I think is quite an another book, which is we lost to a couple of years ago John McGahern, of course. A terrific loss to Irish literature, a great loss to Irish writing. Leitrim, Roscommon, Mayo, the west of Ireland featured in his books, but this is a posthumous collection of his prose writings. It's called Love the World. It is all John's prose writings, from travelogues, strangely enough, through to criticisms, through to everything else. It's a potpourri of terrific writing in all sorts of subjects, and really, really worth reading. It's a sort of book you can dip into and out of, and real pleasure, if you know what I mean, in terms of that. John McGahern's, I totally enjoyed it, Love of the World essays. I move on then to what for me is probably the best GAA book that's been published for many and many a year. It's called The GAA, A People's History. And it really is an atmospheric feeling of what the GAA means to Ireland in all its vicissitudes, through the social fabric of Ireland, the cultural fabric, etc. And if you just look at the photograph on the back of it there, you get an idea of where it's coming from. It's a wonderfully written, terrific research in it, and like I say, for any GAA, well, indeed, for anybody who wants to read the social history of Ireland, this really is a must. Again, it's a book you can pop in and out of, but perhaps I think it's most effective if you do pick it up and go from start to finish. From there then, I think at a time when the Catholic Church, particularly the hierarchy, etc., etc., coming over a lot of criticism and a lot of problems, you get somebody like Sister Stanislaus Kennedy, who is a wonderful, deeply spiritual person who's done terrific work, and she has published a whole series of meditations called Moments of Stillness. This is a book really for the coat pocket or for the handbag. It's got bits and pieces in it, very slight, very quick. Something like, in learning not to fear uncertainty, we discover inner strength. Again, you'll find something like, in the present moment we transcend time. Eternity is in our heart calling us home. There are some longer ones as well, but really, really enjoyable book, and a lovely book to have, particularly if you're feeling any way down, or if you want a bit of a lift within yourself, not necessarily spiritually, but in any way. This is a wonderful book to have, Moments of Stillness from Sister Stan. And finally, I'd like to pick up a book that comes from Cork Press. It's called Kavanagh Country. Now, this is a series mainly of photographs using a lot of Paddy Kavanagh's poetry as illustration. You wonder if the photographs are illustrating Paddy Kavanagh's poetry. It's a two-way system. But given the fact that this is Christmas week, I would like to finish this with this very short poem, Christmas Eve Remembered. I see them going to the chapel to confess their sins. Christmas Eve in a parish in Monaghan. Poor parish. And yet memory does weave for me about those folk a romantic cloak. No snow, but in their minds the fields and roads are white. They may be talking of the turkey markets or foreign politics, but tonight their plain, hard country words are Christ-singing birds. Bicycles scoot by. Old women cling to the grass margin. Their thoughts are earthly, but their minds move in the dreams of the Blessed Virgin, for one in Bethlehem has kept their dreams safe for them. Did you hear from Tom this Christmas? These are the dark days. McGuire's shop did the great trade, turnover doubled, so McGuire said. I can't delay now, Jem, lest I be late in Bethlehem. Like this my memory saw, like this my childhood heard these pilgrims of the north. A memory you have me spared, a light to follow them who go to Bethlehem. A happy Christmas, one and all.